Yeah, hello dear students. Now I am doing 3 marks questions of part 2. So in the previous video I uploaded 3 marks questions, around 10 questions I uploaded. Now I am doing another 5 to 6 questions which are most important for 3 marks. Now in the previous videos I uploaded 4 chapters. This is another chapter. You can see here x into root of 1 plus 5 plus y to root of 1 plus x equal to 0. Prove that dy by dx equal to minus 1 by 1 plus x whole square. This is a very simple problem. You take this one x into root of 1 plus y, which is equal to transfer that side minus y into root of 1 plus x. Now squaring on both sides, you can do this. Squaring on both the sides. You write squaring on both the sides. Squaring on both the sides. Then this will become x square into 1 plus y, or y square into 1 plus x. Now this one x square plus x square y square plus y square x. For our convenience, I can transfer one side. X square minus y square plus x square y minus y square x. Transfer this side. This I can write x plus y into x minus y. Here I can take it xy common. You will get x minus y equal to 0, right? Here I can take it x minus y common. Then you will get here x plus y plus xy equal to 0. Here x not equal to y. Why? Because if you take x equal to y, dy by dx will become 1 only, but it won't satisfy this equation. When x equal to y, you will get, it won't satisfy. When x equal to 1 is equal to minus 1. It won't satisfy. So from this I can conclude here, I can conclude x plus y plus xy equal to 0. Correct. I can write like this. Since x not equal to y, the reason, since x not equal to y. Since x not equal to y. Now you can write like this. Now from this, y into 1 plus x is equal to minus x. Y is equal to minus x by 1 plus x. I got, see this function is, I got explicit y in terms of x. Now dy by dx. If I take dy by dx minus of quotient rule, 1 plus x whole square, right, u by v square, like 1 plus x into derivative of x minus x into derivative of 1 plus x, right? I'm using quotient rule. U by v square, v derivative of u minus u into derivative of v. This minus I have taken outside. Now you can check here. This denominator 1 plus x whole square. Numerator you write 1 plus x into derivative of x is 1. Derivative of 1 plus x is 1. 0. This is 1 only. You will get. Correct? You can verify. Before simplification, what I have done here, you transfer that side, squaring on both the sides. Then again you transfer these to this side, rearrange, take x plus y, this is x plus y and x minus y. This is you take xy common. Now you take x minus y common. Since x not equal to y, this other factor should be 0. Then y is equal to minus x by 1 plus x. Now you can do is quotient rule. Now the final answer I can write here. So after writing that, you can see the final answer I will write here. After writing this, if we simplify this, you will get dy by dx equal to minus of denominator 1 plus x whole square. This is 1 plus x minus x. Right. So x's get cancelled. Answer is minus 1 by 1 plus x whole square. So this is your right answer, right? This is the required answer. Now I will explain the next problem. Now see, in this problem, they are given cos y equal x in cos of a plus y, then prove that dy by dx equal cos the square of a plus y by sin a. See, in this problem, what I will do now, I have only x variables, other two are in terms of y variables. From this I can write x is equal to cos y by cos of a plus y. So this is x in terms of y. Then I will find dx by dy. Find dx by dy. If I find dx by dy quotient rule, I can write cos of a plus y whole square. Correct, I am using quotient rule whole square. Cos of a plus y I am doing with respect to y, derivative of cos y minus cos y into cos of a plus y derivative, right? U by v square, v into derivative of u minus u into derivative of v. Now I can write denominator will become cos square of a plus y. This one you can see cos of a plus y. Derivative of cos y is minus sin y cos y. Derivative of cos of minus sin of a plus y into derivative of a plus y is, I am doing with respect to y only, right? This constant 0, I can write this side. Inside this one 0 plus 1. I have written here derivative of cos minus sin of a plus y into derivative of a 0, y derivative is 1. Why? Because I am doing with respect to y. You can see this one, you can observe here, this is minus and minus plus. This I can rearrange, sin of a plus y cos y minus sin y, or cos of a plus y sin y, cos of a plus y sin y by cos square of a plus y. You observe the numerator. The numerator is like cos sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Since sin a cos b minus cos a sin b, I can write sin of a minus b. This is sin of a minus b. So sin of, let understood, this is related with this is a. If we take this is a plus y, if we take a plus y is equal to a and y is equal to b, if we take this like this, a plus y is equal to y is equal to b, it will become sin of a minus b. Sin of a minus b. What is a? A plus y. Minus b is y by cos square of a plus y. So this is cancelled, right? You will get the required answer, sin a is equal to, I will write here, dy by dx equal to, this is reverse, this is dx by dy, I want dy by dx, reverse of this, I can write cos square of a plus y by sin a. Take reciprocal on both the sides, then it comes dy by dx is equal to sin a by cos square of a plus y by sin a. So understood, this is dx by dy sin a by this. When they are asking this one, dy by dx reciprocal of this, you will get cos square of a plus y by sin a. Now I will explain the next problem. See, in this problem, xy equal to a power x, then prove that dy by dx equal to x log a base c minus y by x log x base c. You take xy equal to a power x. Now take logarithm on both sides. Log x power y is equal to log a power x. Take logarithm on both sides. Now this will be y log x, right? Y log x equal to x log a. Now differentiating with respect to x. Why? Because we want dy by dx. I can write differentiating with respect, if you want to get it out completely, or differentiating with respect to x. Differentiating with respect to x, product rule, y into derivative of log x into derivative of y, here log a into derivative of x. Now you can see it, but y in derivative of log x 1 by x, log x derivative of y dy by dx, log a into derivative of x is 1. Correct. Now you can check that. I have written like this, xy equal to a power x, y into 1 by x. I want this one, dy by dx. I can transfer that side, log x into dy by dx, which is equal to, I can write log a minus y by x. Correct. Now this if we take LCM, x log a minus y by x. Correct. You take logarithm that side, you get dy by dx equal to x log a. Basically we can write x into log x base c. That is the required answer, right? Now I will explain the next problem now. Now see, in this problem, they have differentiate tan inverse of sin x by 1 plus cos x with respect to x. This I can write first. Before differentiation, I will simplify tan inverse of sin x means I can write 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2 by 1 plus cos x. I can write 2 cos square x by 2. So this is a given one. You take the given one, you can simplify. So 2 get cancelled here. Cos x by 2 is square. You will get tan inverse of sin x by 2 by cos x by 2, tan x by 2, right? It will come x by 2. Tan inverse of tan theta, tan theta. We got x by 2, right? Derivative of this. I can write d by dx of x by 2. Answer is 1 by 2. This simple problem, it gives 1 by 2. I will explain next problem. So this is also most important one. Most of the people, they may do mistake in this problem. Be careful. X is equal to given, y is equal to given. Find d square over dx square. If you find here dx by dt, so dx by dt, you take x is equal to this dx by dt, a into derivative of cos t minus sin t, product rule, t into derivative of sin t, cos t plus sin t into derivative of t is 1, right? Product rule, t into derivative of sin t cos t, sin into derivative of t is 1, product rule. This will become a into minus sin t plus t cos t plus sin t. So this one get cancelled. You will get a t cos t. Observe this problem, a t cos t. Now, if you take this y, you take y is equal to a into sin t minus t cos t. When you are writing dy by dt, I am doing with respect to t, dy by dt, a into derivative of sin t cos t minus of product rule, t derivative of cos t minus sin t plus you will get cos t into derivative of t is 1. Check the bracket here, understood here. Because minus is there, I can write a into cos t minus of minus plus t sin t minus cos t plus cos t minus cos t get cancelled, right? You will get a t sin t. It is fine here. Now they are asking dy. First you find dy by dx. So dy by dx means dy by dt by dx by dt. I can write dy by dt is this. Be careful. Some people, they by mistake they may write this by this. You should be careful here. You write now this a t sin t by a t cos t. This is a t cos t. If I simplify, you can check what you will get now. For simplification, a will get cancelled, t sin t by cos t tan t. See, the result is in terms of t, not in terms of x or y. When you are finding derivative, second derivative, t square y by dx square. So dx square, second derivative, dx square, derivative of tan t, secant square t. Most of the people, they will forget, they will stop here. They will stop here. That is a mistake. This is in terms of t. Since it is not x, I am doing with respect to x. Since it is not x into dt by dx. This is most important. This is most important. Secant square t. You can write secant square into dt by dx means reciprocal of this. 1 by a t cos t. 1 by a t cos t. Take it cos t up, it will come secant cube t by a t. That will be your answer. Or you can stop here also. Take it 1 by cos t secant t. So secant cube t by a t is your answer. This is most important problem. Whenever they are asking this problem, the most of the people, they may do mistake in this part. Be careful. Now see in this problem, they are giving this y equal to secant inverse of 1 by 2x square minus 1, 0 less than x less than 1 by root 2, find dy by dx. In this problem, most important point here, you can see when they given like a substitution, I can put x is equal to cos theta. Then you will get theta is equal to cos inverse x. Just remember, theta equal to cos inverse x. If we take this one, y is equal to secant inverse of 1 by 2 cos square theta minus 1. Secant inverse of 1 by 2 cos square theta minus 1 is cos 2 theta formula. 2 cos square theta minus 1 is cos 2 theta. 1 by cos 2 theta. This will be secant inverse of secant 2 theta. You will get secant 2 theta is equal to 2 theta, right? So y is equal to 2 theta. Again 2 into what is theta? Cos inverse x. Y is equal to cos inverse x, right? If you write derivative of this dy by dx, to derivative of cos inverse x minus 1 by root of 1 minus x square. So your answer is minus 2 by root of 1 minus x square. That is your answer, right? This is important problem. Simple. Take x equal to cos theta, theta equal to cos inverse x. 2 cos square theta minus 1 cos 2 theta. Secant inverse of secant 2 theta. So this will be 2 theta. So 2 theta means 2 cos inverse x. Derivative minus 1 over 1 minus x square. Minus 2 over 1 minus x square. We'll do the next. See, in this problem they are given like this. They are asking dy by dx. Here substitution. But x is equal to sin theta. Consider if x is equal to sin theta. So theta is equal to sin inverse x. Theta equal to sin inverse x. If we take this, y is equal to sin inverse of 2 sin theta root of 1 minus sin square theta. Now sin inverse of 2 sin theta, because I have taken this is sin theta, right? Sin theta root of 1 minus sin square theta. 1 minus sin square theta is cos square theta. Since this is root of cos square theta. Sin inverse of 2 sin theta, root of cos square theta is cos theta. Because they mention x lies between minus 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. They mention here. This is how we will get cos theta. This will be sin 2 theta. Sin inverse of sin 2 theta. So this will become 2 theta, right? Y is equal to 2 into theta means sin 2 sin inverse x. Now derivative dy by dx. 2 into 1 by root of 1 minus x square. So 2 by root of 1 minus x square. That's your answer, right? Now we'll do the next problem now. Now see, in this problem, they are given like this: y equal to tan inverse of 3x minus x cube by 1 minus 3x square. Find dy by dx. Here put x is equal to tan theta. If we take put x is equal to tan theta, so implies theta is equal to tan inverse x. So this I can write: y is equal to tan inverse of 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta by 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Right. So this is the formula, right? Tan inverse of tan 3 theta. This is the formula tan 3 theta. 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta by 1 minus 3 tan square theta tan 3 theta. Tan inverse of tan 3 theta, this will be 3 theta. So you will get a 3 into theta means tan inverse x. Derivative dy by dx. 3 into 1 by 1 plus x square. Derivative of tan inverse x, 1 by 1 plus x square. So you write 3 by 1 plus x square. This is your answer, right? I'll do the next problem now. See, in this problem, they are given like this. They are asking to differentiate this one. You can consider dy by dx of. So dy by dx of e power secant square x plus d by dx of cos inverse x. So we know the derivative of e power x e to the power of I can write into d by dx of I can write the derivative of cos inverse x minus 1 by root of 1 minus we know that 1 minus x square. This one I can write secant square x. Secant square x means I can write secant x whole square. Both are same, right? Secant square x is nothing. Secant square x nothing but secant square x is nothing but secant x whole square. Now e power secant square x. It is like x power n. Derivative of x power n. N into x power n minus 1. So you write 2 into 2 minus 1 d by dx of this. You write plus into 1 minus 1 by root of 1 minus x square. Here write secant x. Secant x. Now this will become e power secant square x 2 secant x. Derivative of secant x tan x minus 1 by root of 1 minus x square. You can stop here. Still if you want one more step you can write this is 2 secant square x tan x I can write. I can conclude that 2 secant square x tan x e to the power of secant square x minus 1 by root of 1 minus x square. I can write like this, root of 1 minus x square. You can solve with this. That will be the required answer. Almost your 19 problem. One more problem I will explain now. See in this problem, the given f is differentiable at a point C, then prove that it is continuous at x equal to C. First given that it is differentiable, you can write since f is differentiable at C. Solution. Since f is differentiable at x equal to C, I can write this f dash of C is equal to the derivative I can write limit x, you can write limit x tends to C, I can write f of x minus f of C by x minus C we can write. Always we can write this. At that point we can write. We are talking about only at that point. Limit x tends to C. They are asking limit x tends to C only, right? I can write this is the derivative f dash of C. But we can see, but for x not equal to C. But for x not equal to C, you can consider f of x minus f of C is equal to f of x minus f of C by x minus C into x minus C. Just you take for convenient, take f of x minus f of C equal to divide x minus C multiply with x minus C. Now applying the limit x tends to C on both the sides. Apply the limit x tends to C. Limit x tends to C, f of x minus f of C. Apply the limit x tends to C, f of x minus f of C by x minus C into limit x tends to C, x minus C. You apply the limit. If you apply the limit, this side will become limit x tends to C. Limit x tends to C, f of x minus limit x tends to C, f of C, which is equal to this, you know, f dash of C. If they are given, apply the limit C minus C. Then you can think, when I got this one, I will write limit x tends to C. Limit x tends to C, f of x minus f of C. Why? Because constant limit is constant only. I will get f of C right. If we consider the limit is f of C only, it will come. Limit x tends to C, limit of constant is constant f of C, which is equal to this side, right side. You see f dash of C into 0. That will be 0, right? F of C transfer that side. Limit x tends to C, f of x is equal to f of C. That implies f is continuous at x equal to c. Conclusion: f is continuous at x equal to c. Therefore, you can conclude that implies I can write the conclusion. First, what I have done, since it is differentiable, write derivative. But for x not equal to c, f of x minus f of c, divide and multiply with x minus c, apply the limit, expand the limit. This is f dash of c into c minus c, that will be 0. I got limit extends to c, f of x equal to f of c. Therefore, I can write, conclusion we can write. So what I got here, conclusion, I will repeat this limit, x tends to c, f of x is equal to f of c. This implies f is continuous at x equal to c. With this hence the result. We proved the result. When it is differentiable, definitely it should be continuous at x equal to c. So when they are not asking that problem, this may ask this question also. Here always I try to complete almost all the problems, most important problems, almost 20 problems. In previous part I have done 10 problems, in this part 10 problems. No doubt, practice these 20 problems. Definitely you can score 3 plus 3, 6 marks you can score. Part 1, part 2 both you should prepare. Thank you. See you in the next video.